Fallen, I stole your job almost as a joke, but I did it unironically, and I want to apologize. Would you like to start us off this time?
Oh, all right. I'll say the countdown again, right?
Wait,
I know
really?
start the podcast.
I thought he meant start the podcast.
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm very confused. It's okay. I'll just
I
start it
did
right now.
mean
Why?
start the podcast because
Okay. Wow.
before I
Yes. Okay.
yeah
Thanks.
Well, now this is the start of the podcast because
No.
I'm leaving this in.
no
Every time.
Yes.
I don't want our image to just be shitty production value.
But we're shitty. We're bumbling
shitty.
fools. We can't even count
Listen,
to
it's alright
5.
to be a bumbling fool to an extent, but you gotta have like a low
Hey,
bar.
Dice.
You gotta have a
Sometimes
start
you-
point, right?
Dice, sometimes you just gotta swallow your pride.
It's true.
Okay, there's a difference between swallowing your pride and intentionally making yourself look worse.
And inhaling your
Okay,
pride
Fallen,
like
just go.
Kirby. Yeah, go Fallen. Do your thing.
All right. Okay. Welcome to the welcome to the After School Writers podcast. I'm Fallen.
I'm Lid.
I'm Rob MexNico.
I'm Dias.
And I'm Supreme. Welcome, Rob, our esteemed guest.
Yay.
Howdy.
The last
little
one we
clapping.
recorded came out on Christmas. That was our Christmas special, in air
Oh
quotes.
God, no.
Sure didn't. Yup. The outro was Christmassy.
Oh, the first podcast of 2021.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about
New
it.
Year. How's you guys'
Happy
New Year's
New Year.
resolutions going?
What the fuck?
In progress.
Yeah, resolution pending. I haven't ever really made one ever, so
I didn't make one
Damn,
this year.
SMH, not in the Christmas spirit of you.
yeah, right.
Bro.
Anyway, Rob, tell everybody who the hell you are.
My name is MexNico. My my Twitter has LMexNico. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a dude.
It's a great description.
Very
Nice.
nice. All right,
As you can
so-
tell, a huge Nico fan. Sorry, Fallen, I interrupted you.
Yeah, because we're gonna start it. I'm gonna start from the top. Okay. All right. Have you guys been writing anything recently?
The first fix of
Yes.
2021. What's everybody writing?
So, I know none of you guys were a part of it, but Kasumi's birthday was. We're recording this on 23. It was 22 yesterday, Kasumi's birthday, and a bunch of people got together and were like, "Let's write every single Kasumi ship." So I was writing Kasumiya very recently, which was a fun little thing to work on.
Oh, nice.
Let me see.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
know
I remember seeing those fics all over AO3. Like, they were spammed like crazy.
They were all posted in the same hour, which was wild to me because I didn't plan to post mine, like, on the day. And then Ethanol was like, "Hey, it's time." I was like, "All right, sure, whatever." Like, I had it ready.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I had another one. Oh, yeah, the demon. So I have one that's Demon Daya. Basically, Daya is a demon. Yosho comes to her office, and stuff happens. It's a very short one. Both of these are actually really short, but I've not really been in a writing mood. So
Listen, man, 2021 is very early. It'll come back to you.
it
Don't
also
worry.
didn't start well for me. So it's
Do you need a
fun.
hug,
no.
Dias?
It's still January, so you know.
It is still January as of recording this. So
2021 is basically just 2020, but like a baby version so far, because it's still COVID season. So
yeah, it's a little awkward.
Awful. I've written one fic in 2021, and it was like a
Hey.
short Kanamari.
Oh yeah,
Very, very short.
that was
I
fun. What made you write Kanamari?
I think it's the fact that Supreme wrote a second part to that one Eureka story. and I
You
was
were like,
you know
"Oh, I
what?"
gotta repay the favor."
Yeah, but then I wrote it, but it's just like I never sent it to Supreme because I didn't like it, but I still posted it in general.
hey, don't worry, I've read it like 3 times. So if you just because you didn't like it doesn't mean that I didn't.
That's pretty
thank you.
funny, actually.
I had no idea that's why you wrote it though. That's awesome.
Yeah. I feel
Um,
inspired.
yeah, no, that's basically all I've written so far in 2020 outside of like little stuff. Is I wrote a sequel to the Christmas fan fiction that I wrote for Yo Rico like way back before we recorded episode 5, and then I started writing. I wrote a couple things. I've started on a couple things for the Love Live zine project that is
Ooh.
going on.
Yeah, how's that going? I know
Cool.
Crystal and User have both been hella busy, but I mean I don't talk to Crystal like one on one.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah,
talked to User and he's like apparently he's into it, dude. He's ready.
yeah, he's super motivated. He's got me and him and one other writer have there's like because it's a mix of writers and artists in the Discord that we have.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can like mingle with each other, and there's a collaborations page, and me and User and one other person already have collabs with our like we said we're writing this, and then the artists were like, oh well, we'll draw something to go with that, basically.
Hmm.
So that's kind of what I've been doing
That
so
is,
far, and
dude,
it's
that's like
it's
you would have
stressful
to
a
pay
little
money
bit.
for that normally.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. That's what User said. He was really excited. He's like, it's cool to be working with people, and
Yeah, dude, I'm
working
sad I
together
didn't
instead
sign up
of.
now. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to
Hey, I
put
don't
my
think
name
it's
on
too
anything
late.
that's
I
being
don't think
sold.
it's too late if you're interested. We can leave the link to the
No, no,
Twitter.
no, no, no. I've already not been writing a whole lot, so it'd be
I
hard to
see,
get
I see.
into it.
Yeah.
But no, it's a little stressful because you know you're posting it to like a magazine kind of, and like
Yeah,
people are gonna
like
be reading it. But
is it being sold? I thought this one was free.
this one's free. She hopes to make it official and sold later
Yeah,
on,
because
but
she
for
wanted to
now
do
it's
like
just.
physical copies, right?
For now, it's just to build like the community essentially and get people's names out there writing and stuff like that. So,
Damn, good
Cute.
for
It's
her.
cute.
hmm
Yeah, it's really cool
Rob,
thing to be doing.
you know what to do.
Yeah, I've been writing. I mean, the only thing I've posted
Yes!
so far
You've been
is
writing?
the. I know, right? It's
Holy
crazy.
fucking shit.
But the only thing I've posted so far is like the next chapter of my like long fic that I'm writing.
We should actually dive a bit deeper into that. Do you want to like talk a little bit about like the story you're doing?
Yeah, now's as good a time as any, honestly. If you want to like self promote a little bit
We
here.
could even pull up what was supposed to be the last thing for today.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, you mean the Star Wars fic? No, that's later on, dude.
No, no, no. I think it ties in really well with this.
Oh, like a crossover
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
of.
Last week,
Oh,
so
I
last
see
week
what
we
you
talked
mean.
about crossovers. Rob's fic that he's currently working on is a crossover, and it's done in
Yeah.
the way that we were saying that we wanted to see, which is like you don't just replace characters one to one, but you have their sort of individual personalities that play in the story, right? Having
Yeah.
read both of the chapters, I mean, it's very Sonic focused, but like the Love Live characters that appear in there feel very Love Livey, and like to be honest, the Sonic characters in there feel very Sonic-y, right? So as far as like consistency in relationships with the canon, gotta say, well done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's only like 2 chapters so far, but like
This is
that
true,
the
but it's also
intention.
like what is it, like 6,000 words right now?
Like total, it's like 9,000.
Holy shit!
Yeah, because I checked, I was like, damn,
I've written
like that much in like
like
half
800
a
words
year.
this month.
That's more than
I
like
mean-
all of us combined, dude.
Yeah.
Bro.
Damn. But like as for that, like yeah, that is like my intention is to, really like stay true to the like the canons and the characters of both the series.
I also just like
'Cause,
really
like-
enjoy the way you write Sonic, because I feel like there's and maybe this is just me speaking for myself, but like I feel like there's kind of a habit of making Sonic kind of an asshole, and
I
he's not
think-
really an asshole, but it's kind of is.
I think maybe you're thinking that because of just how he's written in like the recent games. Like he kind of is an asshole in the recent games, so maybe that's why you think
I
that.
haven't
but
played a Sonic
I'm
game since
writing a
Colors. I
more-
can't tell you.
But I'm writing like at least my interpretation is like more of like when like Jason Griffiths was still voicing him, really like down to earth character, but still like has that edge.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
it's a
got
fine
that
line
edge.
between being an asshole and like being cocky, right? And I feel
Yeah.
like that's the line that Sonic kind of treads most of the time, especially like older media Sonic, like Sonic X and stuff like that.
Well, when you say edge, do you mean the cockiness, or do you mean like, oh, like he's disrespectful to people sometimes?
I mean, it's a little bit of both.
Hmm.
And like the reason I say
If you
that,
were
like,
to if you were to take Sonic and compare him to what I think everyone would consider a pretty edgy character, Shadow, like what do you think is like the biggest difference there? What do you think makes Shadow like sort of this like edge lord character?
well, like I was gonna say this is that like I saw this one video by this YouTuber named Characters in Depth or something like that, where he goes like he talks about how like there's good edge and there's bad edge. Like for
Okay,
like in
I'm
the
listening.
let me see if I can pull it up, but like I'm gonna try to explain as best I can. But basically, like good edge is basically being like having like an infectious like positivity like that pushes others like forward, and bad edge is like negativity, like like just being like broody, you know?
What? How would you
Like a
how do you
Sasuke
define
Uchiha
bad?
bad
Like, do you mean
edge.
like cringe or?
No, not like
It's like edge for the
like
sake of being edge. Like
yeah, just
Sasuke
for this.
Uchiha early Naruto kind of edge, you know?
Do you mean like Naruto
Naruto.
Shippuden or? Because like I
No,
feel
like
like the level of edge for this is gonna be a whole freaking podcast itself. But like, dude, Sasuke like bounces wildly, like in terms of like levels of edge.
yeah, I'm talking like early Sasuke in Naruto was like edgy, and like his whole family died or whatever, but like edgy just sometimes for the sake of no reason. Like he's just
Hmm.
mad because he wants to be mad. That
Yeah,
Yeah,
guy.
like he just like
that
rejects
type
people
of
because he's
edge.
like, I'm above all of you. You can't.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't know
Yeah,
my
that's what I'm
pain.
referring to.
So what inspired you to write this type of crossover, Rob?
Well, I mean, funnily enough, like I want to say like from like 2016 to like I'd say like late 2019, like I had just like not given a shit about Sonic.
Hmm.
And ironically enough, like watching Love Live, I don't know what brought me to this, like me going back to it, but it made me want to go back and revisit the Sonic series.
There are quite a few. I assume you like watched a lot of the Silver Gunner memes.
Yeah, that kind of like plays a part in that too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that it brought me back into Sonic, and I was like, you know what? I never really took like a deep look into like this series, so
Hmm.
let me do that. And
Sonic, I
by doing that, I
remember like
got like a
getting really emotional over Sonic Adventure 2. And like looking back, I'm not even really sure why. But it was like, dude, some games it's just like you hold on to them because you think they're good, even if the rest of the world says they aren't. They're good to you, you know.
yeah, definitely.
Feel it.
So I do know
Rob, I have a
why.
quick
It's because
question.
my first experiences was good, and I didn't want to
God.
listen to other opinions about it.
Rob, question.
Yeah.
For your fic that you're doing right now, have you like planned it out, like entirely all the chapters you're gonna write, or you're just like winging it right now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Me, I guess I'm winging it, but like, I'm weird. Like, I don't like writing things down. Like, if I write things down, I start getting distracted. Like, everything that like I think about, I just keep it in memory. And I'm not the type of person that forgets stuff anyways. So, like, I think that's just how I am with that type of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
I've also like I've watched. I want to say I watched the first like Squad Project more than I have Sunshine, so I've been like rewatching Sunshine because like there's like some stuff that I forget,
Hmm.
or just like some things that I missed that I didn't see beforehand.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
good
think it's always
to
helpful to get a refresher every now and again if you need it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, good
and I'm
luck.
also just very like attention to detail kind of person.
Mm.
I agree. I also kind of feel like I do my best writing when it's like fly by wire. You only have a little smidgen of planning, and then you just kind of let your head speak for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's
like
always
flows
fun.
better, honestly.
So going back to the crossover thing, uh, with the story we're gonna keep this till the end, but I think it sort of ties in pretty well now with the crossovers. Have all of you read the Love Live Star Wars fic that we were supposed to read by
I
I think it
did.
was
Yes.
Mikan Mama? Was it Mikan or
I
was it
did.
Trash?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it was
was Mikan
Mikan?
Mamas. Yep.
Ah. How
Um.
far do y'all get?
Yeah, we can do it now. Honestly, like fuck the ending.
I mean, I'm not really into Star Wars, so a lot of that stuff is like lost on me.
Hmm.
I did like the whole thing with like the planets being named after songs and stuff like that. That's really interesting.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'll say right now, I only read chapter one. It very much closely follows.
Wait, there's more chapters?
Yeah, there's
Oh
10.
yeah,
Oh, oh,
It's a whole story, man.
it's a
Um
whole thing.
yeah, but it
damn!
very
I
closely
feel bad because
follows.
I only read the first chapter.
Dude, I
I thought
told you to only follow read the first chapter because I didn't
yeah,
want to
last
read
week
10.
we unanimously agreed that we were only going to read chapter one because otherwise we would be like talking about it like the entire podcast, basically.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, good.
But so
No, don't worry, you're
I
good.
mean the important thing is that we got a feel for what a crossover fic looks like. And this was very much I think what we were all talking about when we were thinking of like most crossover fics is that they very closely follow the plot line of one of the stories. And in this case, the
Mm-hmm.
story was Star
Oh
Wars.
yeah.
But what Mikan Mama has done is or he's, I don't actually know, but they've plugged in characters from Love Live and character names or song names and stuff. And so R2D2 is Ruby, and it's kind of interesting because Daya is C3PO, right? And what happens is like throughout the story in Star Wars, R2D2 is very much like it feels like smarter than C3PO, right? And very much like doing his own thing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
In this crossover, that has sort of retained, right? Ruby is very much off doing her own thing a lot. And Daya is just sort of bumbling after her. Which is like it's funnier in movie format, but if you're like a Star Wars fan, it's still kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, it's just I remember this part from the movie, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I thought the same thing actually. Where while I was reading it, I noticed like they tried to match the characters to the character they would fit the best a lot. But I did
Yeah,
notice it felt a little weird reading. Um, if like I was reading it and they did do a good job, mixing everything together with the script. But I was while reading it, I could only help thinking to myself like, man, I wish there was like a visual aspect to this.
there are
Because if
definitely times where it feels like they're describing things from a movie, right?
yeah, and
Mhm.
it sucks because that is just like the way it has to be because it's a movie plot.
It might
And the
even
visual elements
be
normally are there, but
it might even be beneficial to do it that way because like if you're coming to this fic, right, you're probably a fan of Star Wars and Love Live, right?
yeah,
Like you could make a case to say, okay, well the flaw of this story is that if you're not into one or both of these franchises, then you're not going to get anything out of it. But like to an extent, would you say that that would be very unexpected? Like would you say that like oh it's not really for those people?
mm, I
Mm.
mean, Rob, that's a question for you, right? Like, you're not a Star Wars guy. Did you like enjoy it, even not being a Star Wars guy?
I was lost reading the whole thing because I was like, dude, I've never watched any Star Wars movie, so I'm just like,
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Is that like it's not really gonna work if you're not already a fan of Star Wars, right? And you don't get
Right.
all the references and things.
that's just something you got to deal with, like when doing a crossover. It's like not everyone's going to like understand everything.
Yeah, you write it for the people who
Hmm.
you want to write it for, basically, like the diehards of both series,
Hmm.
Yeah.
combined, basically.
Well, in that regard, I would say this one did pretty well.
Yeah, I liked it too. I felt it dragged in a couple spots because I mean, I find Star Wars a little boring in parts as well, like even the movies. And it because there's no visual aspect, they kind of have to over-explain some parts of it
Right.
to get the whole picture across. But overall, I felt like it stayed true to both, and I was enjoying reading it, even despite it being a little over-explained sometimes. But I thought it was good.
Fallen, have
Yeah,
you?
it was pretty nice. I would say so. Sorry, you're going?
No. Go ahead. I was gonna ask like you and Fallen. Really, like, what did you all think?
Lee, you can go first.
I thought it was honestly, like, I barely remember Star Wars. I just like binge watched it one day, but like I would kind of be more on like Rob's side. I was lost in a good amount of parts in it. And one thing that like always like kept tripping me up was when they would say the lyrics in the song, because like I don't remember a lot of the Love Live songs in general, so like that confused me. Even though I obviously am more of a fan of Love Live than Star Wars.
Yeah, I thought
So,
that part was weird too.
Yeah, like that was something like that was a bit jarring.
Yeah.
yeah, that was like my only concern with like the entire fic, just that part.
I almost wish it would have been written in like the Japanese kanji, because then at least you would have been like, or like they just said like the song lyrics or something like that in a little bit and just not had so much of it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of like my stance on it. Fallen.
Doing it this way, even though it's like a bit narrower in audience, it's also like it's not like it gets easier, right? It's like also still kind of difficult to merge these two.
True, yeah. That's what I feel, I guess, because Star Wars is action and Love Life is kind of like a slice of life or idol, something like that. So it's not really about fighting. So combining these two together seems a bit weird for me.
I think calling Love Live Slice of Life is a gross misunderstanding of Love Life.
Whatever. I
Isn't
mean,
that what it's categorized as?
I
Is
mean,
it?
it's in some ways it is a slice of
Yeah,
life,
in
but
some
I
I
wouldn't
ways,
say
would
it's
so
not
entirely that.
classify like maybe the first one, but definitely
okay,
not
then we'll just say it's
Sunshine.
an idol anime, alright? It's an idol
Yeah.
anime. Yeah, but
Yeah.
an idol anime that doesn't have fights and then you combine it with a franchise that has fights. I don't know, I just feel weird about it. It's like combining John Wick and My Little Pony together. That sounds weird.
That'd be fun.
I'm sure that exists. I'm sure that
No,
exists somewhere.
I hope that does not exist, man. I really
We
hope.
can make it exist for you,
Maybe
Fallen.
not on AO3, but probably on fanfiction.
Newgrounds maybe too. That sounds like a Flash game in the making
Dude, I keep
or something like that.
Supreme. I hope you're remembering to keep the Discord loaded because I'm not.
Wait, oh, you're not?
I keep like tabbing into the other window just to like look at the time.
I fucked it up once, but so far I've been fine.
All right. All right.
This actually transitions pretty well to our next topic, which is we were talking about the lyrics and having them in the Star Wars fanfiction. What are your guys' thoughts on music in writing? Whether like that be inspiring you to
So
like
this
write
is
or
something that like I didn't understand at first when you guys were talking about it, and like as we've like talked about it, I was trying to like interpret it. This is really like more like three questions, right? It's like one, how do you feel? I think like the first thing you think of is how do you feel about like listening to music as you write? But then like that's not a very interesting question, right? The more interesting parts is how do you feel about when music inspires a fic or inspires aspects of a fic, themes maybe, something like that. And then two, how do you feel about including music inside of a fic, like writing a
Yeah.
song in the story?
it's super open ended, and I specifically when I brought this question up in our podcast Discord, I was thinking of Lid specifically because I know early on we talked about you have a huge playlist for when you write Yo Rico specifically,
Oh god, I do.
and I was like, I wonder if she's ever been listening to a song and then instantly thought of a fic to write for a song, basically like lyrics for a song.
So a little
Yes.
bit of A, a little bit of B.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I do though is I don't like to put the lyrics of the song into the fic because I feel like it's too like robotic. Like nobody ever really says those things in real life. So like what I do is I'll listen to a song, and if I really like it, I'll imagine like the situation from the song and kind of just like write what it makes me
Can
feel rather than what's really in the song.
can you hit us with an
Mm-hmm.
example? Like what's the song that's really gotten you pumped up to write?
I wrote this one after actually it was my last Eureka I wrote, and it was for Harry Styles' song Golden, and pretty much in it he's saying that like that the girl is like this like ray of sunshine and all this stuff, but she doesn't want to be with him, and so like I pretty much just like used kind of the situation and put it into like Yo Enrico, in which like it's kind of
Oh, so
like
see, it all circles
yo.
back around the crossovers. Hey, we just plug in the characters. We got the general plot in here. But
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I mean, it worked in the end. I only used like just the lyric golden because that's like the main thing, but I didn't like
the
copy
word
paste like the
golden,
lyrics.
I think, is like fairly unique as well. I don't think you use golden in a lot of
Oh.
contexts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So is
that's why I
that
really liked it.
Lid? Is that why you were like asking about like a phrase on Twitter the other time?
Yeah, I didn't know if it sounded right, so in the end, I just took it out because it just sounded too much like the song and it felt
Okay.
really robotic. Sounded like nobody would ever say that.
I
So I took it
mean,
out in
Now
general.
everything makes sense now.
there are song fics, aren't there? Like fics written with like a song as the basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
actually
it's kind of like
read one, so I can't like
when you
comment
listen
on
to
them.
songs, right? It kind of like paints like a little picture with or like a little small like video
It
with the
does,
song, right,
yeah.
in your head sometimes, depending on the music,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But yeah, that's kind of how I listen to music if I'm inspired by it as well. Like I'll
This is
picture it in my head.
this is something I was talking about with like a different group of people, but like, so everyone knows that everyone interprets information differently. Like we often talk about like in schools and stuff. We talk about how like some people are different learners, some people are more visual, some people are more audio. When it comes
Mm-hmm.
to how your brain is wired, audio information is always processed the fastest. And this is
Yeah.
like something really important to understand for like video game design is like the audio is like always going to be the quickest thing for a player to react to, and then it's the visuals, and then wait, Supreme, did I talk to you about this? I didn't, right?
We might have. We might have been talking about frame rates or something, and like your brain can only process stuff
Well, so
visually
the
so
thing about
fast.
it was that writing is the hardest way to deliver information,
We've
right?
mentioned that on a podcast before, for sure.
Okay, that makes sense. Because it's like it's one of these things. It's like really funny to think about, just like the way, because it's not like it's something hard written into people that writing is just like not a natural way for us to gain information. Like
Yeah,
it's so
and
much.
it's hard as well too because you basically have to paint a picture without any auditory or visual
It's
cues.
a lot of effort on a reader's part, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
focus and brain power on the you're relying on the reader to be totally focused on what like the story you're trying to tell and visualize it in their head. And if they're not, or you're writing it badly, it's
Hmm.
really hard to keep them invested.
I think yeah. So this is like a tangent within a tangent, but like I think that's why like I think romance does really well with writing, because just like the nature of romance is like you have to think about it a lot. I mean, good romance obviously, where it's just like a little bit of mystery. What I do is like a lot of fluff writers or smut writers do is like you don't have to think a lot about that, right? But like in like a good like romance story, there's like a push and pull. There's like a will they, won't they, if like two characters are getting together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and even like other kinds of detective books, some action books, right? Like they'll have this like element of mystery, and they'll have you thinking about it after you're done putting the book down. And I think that's like the most beneficial type of story to tell with writing specifically, because with writing, what you need to do is you need the reader to be involved in the story. You need the reader to be, processing information alongside the characters, and that's a difficult thing to ask of a reader. If they're
Mm-hmm.
like even slightly not interested in the story, well, they're just gonna put the book down. They're gonna close it and never come back, right?
Weirdly enough,
Mm-hmm.
music has this a lot as well, actually, where specific genres, like even if you're talking like romance songs, kind of like romance fan fictions, they rely a lot on the lyrics specifically to make you feel the emotion that the song makes you want to feel. You know what I mean? Like if the lyrics were different or there was no lyrics at all, you might not feel the same way as you would with the person singing the lyrics.
I don't know if I like fully see that. I mean, like I was saying earlier, like I think music is not music, but like hearing is consistently the fastest way to gain information, right? So if we're working under that theory, like even without lyrics, you'll get a vibe, don't you?
Oh, definitely. But I feel like it would be hard to get a like. You would have to focus really hard to get like a
There's definitely
romance
like
vibe.
specific emotions that you can't do without lyrics.
Like a lot of punk rock music, like it tries to evoke like an angry, like a rebellious kind of emotion, and it's pretty hard to get that without, you know.
Well, I was thinking more so of like emotions that can't be conveyed through just musical, like let's say family, right? A lot of like olden, like not even olden, but like, do you remember that song "Hey Brother" by I think it was like AVCII?
Avicii, you mean?
Oh,
Oh,
Avicii.
Avicii.
Yeah, that's
Good song.
That is a good
that's
song.
a
That's
song
very
that's
nice
like
song.
talking about this connection between a brother and sister. That's something you can't get through music alone. You need lyrics. You need like a
Yeah,
story.
for sure.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Avicii's actually a great example of like songs that evoke emotions like a lot of different varieties.
Yeah.
I know I've been
I liked him.
inspired to write a lot of songs or a lot of fics like based off of Avicii songs, or maybe not inspired to write them, but like they've given me ideas for sure.
Oh damn, he's dead.
Yeah, what you mean you didn't know?
God,
April
Oh
20,
my
2018.
God.
give me that heartbreak.
Oh, that sucks.
God damn.
Dice, you are a treasure.
So I mean, to be completely fair, I was thinking like, didn't that guy die? But I didn't want to say it.
I had
Yeah.
dude. I haven't like even looked at this dude since that "Hey Brother" song. That's unfortunate.
I don't know how he died, but yeah, it was sad.
You know, it's funny you say that. The first thing that comes up is like, is Avicii dead? How did he die?
Yep. So Rob, what do you think about? Are you a music guy when you write?
I mean, I like to listen to music when I write.
What kind of
Gets me
music?
in the mood. It just depends on what if I'm writing. Like if I'm like writing like
I'm
a really like
farting so
energetic
hard right
scene,
now.
I'm gonna
What
listen to
was
something.
what was the tangent that I was going on that initially?
I don't know, but I know you just said I'm farting so hard right now on a
I
podcast.
am, dude.
What the fuck?
Sweet.
Whatever. If you don't remember it, it wasn't important, right?
It's true. Anyway, Rob, you were saying?
Well, like for example, if I'm like writing something that's like high energy, I'm going to listen to something like that's high energy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fallen.
Oh, I listen to music when I write. It's the same thing as Rob. But it's just that sometimes I'll listen to sad music just to make myself depressed.
Yep.
With
I feel that.
With sad music, do you find that like there's some times where you can't listen to sad music because you're just like not in the right mood for it?
Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes
100%.
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah, definitely.
sometimes.
There's like a lot of really good sad songs that it's like, especially like mentioned before, like I have like a actual real job now and I go to work. On the drive to work, I like to listen to music, and like I always have to skip like 3 or 4 songs that are just like
Just
it's
sad.
yeah, because it's like I don't want to listen to sad shit at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally get that.
I gotta listen to upbeat stuff on my way to work.
Yeah,
Get you in the mood.
get you in
Yeah,
the
I
mood
can't.
to like.
I can't go to work depressed, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of the same with writing, honestly. Like if I'm like writing and I'm not in the mood or like I'm in a specific mood, I have to play a specific music. Like I can't Or if I'm like not sad, I can't write sad stuff, and I'll have to put sad music on to make myself sad
Right,
or
right.
whatever.
You
But
know, I
then
can't listen to music when I'm writing. Like it has to be
really,
silent.
I'm like
Yeah.
in that camp as well. Like I can listen to music, but it has to be like very specific background music. Like
like lo-fi stuff.
no no no.
Oh yeah, lo-fi is good.
Like usually
Same here. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
town themes are good. I used to use this do you guys know Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
Oh yeah.
There was a
No.
spin-off and like it's funny cuz Crystal Chronicles was a spin-off, right? But there was a spin-off of that spin-off called My Life as a King. And like I used to use the town music from that for writing. Recently I've been using Paper Mario towns other than Rogueport. The Rogueport one is like a little too upbeat for it. But
Oh dude, yeah.
Toad Town is like from
Toad Town's
Origami King
banging.
is pretty good, and it's also like a very chill song, which helps with like, at least for me, it's like what I would prefer for writing.
Hmm. Do you, Lid? You said you never listen to music. Is it like a concentration thing?
Yeah, like even when I would like study in school, like it had to be like dead silent or I couldn't like read the words. Like
Interesting.
I could read them, but you just don't absorb them, you know?
Mm.
I,
Like,
I,
can't listen to music.
I'm kind of the exact opposite, where I feel like I like physically can't focus if I'm not, I like the music almost keeps me tied to my writing, and then when I turn the music off, I know I'm done writing. It's so hard to focus if I'm not having at least
You're
some
like a
kind of like
robot.
chill.
If music, then right.
Yeah, it's like Schrodinger's cat, where they like, or not Schrodinger's cat. What's the thing where they like train the cat to come to food with the bell or whatever?
I think that is
What?
No, that's not Schrodinger.
That's not Schrodinger's.
Yeah. Although I wonder how I would write if I was like locked in a box with no light.
Pavlov. No, it's not Pavlov.
Yeah, it's Pavlov's dog or whatever.
No, Pavlov was like the monkeys.
Is that true? Did he have a monkey?
What the heck?
No, wait, it wasn't. Monkeys was something else.
Arctic monkeys? We're keeping it on the music theme.
Pavlov was not monkeys. Was it a dog?
I think it was a dog. Because, yeah, like that's the dog training, right? Anyway, it's kind of like that. Like, I feel like I can't focus like at all if I don't have some kind of... It's usually like
yeah,
a
it was a
lo-fi...
dog. You were right the first time. Well done.
Yes, hell yeah. I know my useless analogy knowledge.
Hey, dude, Pavlov is like I think like a really good thing to have like an understanding of, just because like the more you know about it, the easier it is to like break. Because like there's a lot of things where it's like you do stuff out of instinct, right? You do stuff because you're listening to your gut and it's like it makes sense, right? But that doesn't always lead to the best outcome. I think we talk. I mean, we don't talk about this, but like I think it comes up a lot in like statistics, where like your gut instinct is to like look at a set of statistics and then, well, you believe what the statistic is saying right away. And like biases as well is like a big one with this, is like there's a lot of biases that can be really harmful, especially when it comes to like teamwork and stuff, right? That sort of what is it called, like crowdship bias, where if like 9 people believe one thing, the 10th person will stay quiet because they don't want to be like outed.
I
Ooh,
think I know what you're
that's
talking
good.
about, but I don't think that's like the right name for it.
It's not crowdship bias. The
Yeah,
the
I have
point
no
is,
idea what you're talking about.
right? Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of these behavioral things and psychological things that like if you're aware of, they're easier to break away from. But if you're not aware of them, they can be like really damaging. So like with the crowdship thing, fucking yeah, like I look up the actual name for it now. Biases.
So you're saying like essentially it's kind of like group mentality is what you're saying, right?
Bandwagon effect, group thinking, doing like the others, social pressure. That might be it.
Oh, I see what you mean. So it's like Lid pressuring everybody to like Eureka
Yeah.
Hey, I
subconsciously,
don't do
right?
that.
Well, so the problem with it, and like the reason it comes up, is because in like a company meeting, if like you have like a group of people who have like one idea, then like if you have like 9 people who are like, yes, we like this idea, the 10th person is gonna be like, if they have like a different idea, they're gonna keep quiet about it. And
Oh,
so it's like a legitimate thing that like if you're in a company, you want to encourage everyone to speak because you want as many ideas out there, right?
I get you.
Biases themselves are like super interesting to like read about. It's one of these things where it's like I never like stay in my mind. But yeah, like if you can ever fight your biases in general, it's like a good thing, right?
It's kind of like writing characters that you're not really familiar with, like your character bias and stuff like that. Like you gotta like
Uh,
sometimes buck the curve and be like, you know what? I've never written Nico before.
I don't know
I'm
if I
gonna
would
write
call that
Nico.
bias per se.
I expect you to do that now.
Oh
Write
God,
Nico.
Yeah.
you have to.
I just want to see how well you do.
Mari Nico.
Ooh.
Looking at like these
Uh,
biases, it's like some of these are like they feel really obvious, right? Ostrich bias: ignore or rationalize negative information.
Ostrich
I think like
bias.
if you asked anyone on the internet, that's like, yeah, of course, right?
That's like a general thing, yeah.
But it's like it's one of those things where it's like if you're not aware of it, it'll really kill you and your ability to like have conversations with people. I mean, like last episode was Christmas. You all ever have like an uncle who like you couldn't talk to because they would go on and on about the thing that's bothering them politics wise?
All
No.
my uncles are across the country, so I wouldn't know.
Ah, lucky you. Well,
Yeah, I never see
yeah, I
them.
don't talk to my
the
family.
whole idea of the
Yeah, stay away
ostrich
from me.
bias is that like if you receive information that's contradictory to what you already know, you're either going to ignore it or you're going to rationalize it. You're going to say, "Oh, well, these people don't know as much," or these people aren't educated, stuff like that, right?
You guys will never get Mari.
Yeah.
I swear.
One of the more interesting biases that comes up, and I know the name of this now because I'm looking at a list. Choice supportive bias. A
That
choice
sounds like a made up word.
I
You said
know, right?
choice.
What's
choice.
that even?
Choice is a weird word. But basically, the bias is when you pick something, you internally accept it to be the best choice, even if you don't have proof. And the example they give is really good. If you select a Mac, you internally reject Windows and you like believe that Windows is not as good as a Mac. So,
I feel
in
like that's probably one of the
Yeah.
most common ones, honestly.
yeah, it's like
Like with the whole console wars thing and
yeah, that dude, that's exactly where my brain went. It was like, yeah, with like the Switch and stuff. Like I know definitely as a kid I was like preferential to the Nintendo consoles, at least partially because I grew up with a DS and with a GameCube, right?
yeah.
And so like since like
It's like you
even
grow up a
now,
Nintendo kid, right? Like you're
yeah,
the Nintendo kid, you don't have Sony, you don't have Xbox. Like you
yeah,
only get
like even
one,
now
really.
I have a PS4. Never touched the thing. I'm always on my Switch or I'm on my computer, right? It's just like one of these things where I started off with Nintendo and I've just never really had a reason to stop. It's a bias. You can now I have the choice. The knowledge has given me power. Do I fight my bias?
Humans are dumb is what we're learning today.
Well,
Where was this
they have a
going?
lot of habits and
Yeah, can we keep
instincts.
this in? Is this content?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
feel
is
like we're just
content.
fucking
I'm
yeah, this is
saying it
content.
for the benefit of everyone. If you're listening to this, you're learning today. You get on
This
Google,
might
type in biases, or
this might be the
here.
most informational podcast we've ever had.
I,
Yeah, started with music and now we're
I'll
here.
share a video on biases, and you can drop it in the description.
I think going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think like music in fan fiction writing is really like clunky and kind of ruins the pace. I don't know about you guys, but like
Like,
I specifically reading the fic that we read this week, I remember I was like enjoying it, and I got to the part with the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, that's really strange, and
Mm.
Yeah.
it felt like really it really took me out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely get you on that one.
I'll be honest,
yeah.
It
I'm not
doesn't feel
entirely
right to
sure what
put the
part you
lyrics
guys were
in.
talking about with that.
Well, maybe it's just not like a good idea to put them in like arbitrarily. Like you probably would have to like dedicate like a part of it to the song or whatever you're doing, like lyrics.
Oh yeah, that I could definitely see that working. Like you section it off with like little bars or something, and then make it its own little paragraph,
You like
kinda.
format it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could
Maybe it's
work.
like action music in the
I can
background. We
see
can
that
imagine.
having it be like a tone shift. I mean, people will like start a story speaking in one style, and then the rest of it will be just like normal speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like I think Rick Riordan books would like start with this really mysterious aura. Actually, you know what game loves doing this is Dark Souls, where they start you off with like this like whole fantasy spiel of like, oh, the crowns, the dark ones, ooh, and there's like a bunch of like spooky imagery. Then you play the game and it's like none of that is really like there, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm too terrible at Dark Souls. I would never know.
I mean,
But
I
like
would
the
say the
point I'm
same thing
making is
about
that
like
like
Elder Scrolls or Fallout.
but like the point I'm making is that like you can have like different vibes in a story, right? And you can have these like separate sections, and it's like it's fun because it gets you like a little bit woken up and being like, oh, here's something.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, just like a break from the norm. I could see that.
It's not something I've ever done, but hey, maybe in the future, right?
Mm. Yeah, I could see. If done right, I could definitely see it being implemented well. It's just I
So
think if overdone, it's a little strange.
so the way you were saying that like you guys were both you and Lid were having trouble with was that like it was like mixed into the writing.
Yeah, like wasn't it like they were saying the lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
just didn't feel right. Like I guess for me, like people don't talk in lyrics.
Hmm.
Like when you read a song or
Did the
something, like
lyrics at,
people don't
like
really
make a
talk like that.
conversation at least? Did it like
Yeah. Kind of.
No,
It felt really.
um,
I think I can. Yeah, like it felt like right lit. It felt like a little. It felt juxtaposing the actual conversations because it was in the middle of a paragraph with conversation in it.
hmm
yeah, it just like it didn't feel right in like the way they formatted it, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
okay. And this problem would obviously be very different to, for example, if you wrote someone just singing, right? Like if you had someone singing a
Yeah,
song.
Yeah, like a concert fic or something like that.
Well,
I
also
don't know.
they're
Do
like
those
all
exist?
idols. Maybe they're like practicing or something, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what am I
And you
saying?
like you could
Like I
like
just
write a
did a
little
fic
bit
about
of
this.
the.
You know Maya Kasumiya.
Yep, you did. You definitely did.
She does sing in that, and like the
Yeah.
reason
oh,
she sings in that, is because hold
Because.
on, hold on. Let me look
I
at it.
thought he died.
So the song was "Poppin' Onwards" by Kasumi, and it's oh yeah, it's just like she's like doing her own. So you know Kasumi's whole gimmick is that she's cute, right? And Kasumiya as like a pairing was really difficult for me because I had no idea what the fuck Mia was about, right? Dude, this is like a whole circle again. Like one of the things about Mia was that like I had a really bad initial impression of her, so I was biased, dude. I was biased,
Exactly.
but
You
like
hear stuff about a character on the internet, and you're like, "Re."
yeah, but okay. The thing I'm saying is that like I had Kasumi sing some of her lyrics from Poppin' Onward, and it's stuff like, "Oh, I want to be a cuter me. Look how great I am," right? And the reason I had that in the story was because the story was sort of inherently about music and how Mia was like not entirely satisfied with the music she's making now, and she's looking to evolve, right?
Yeah, you tied the lyrics in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like what Lid did with Harry Styles song, right? You took the lyrics and you kind of wove it into its own little story, essentially.
I wouldn't say I wove it, but it was sort of like a prelude to the story, if that makes sense. And like
Yeah,
the thing that made it really cool in my mind was like, oh, she's talking about how cute she is, and then Mia hears that and she reacts to the song, which is why like I did it this specific song, right?
you hear Ethanol in the background screaming, "Yes, thank you, Dias."
I don't think Ethanol even heard the new Kasumi song, so I don't know how much he can like comment on it. But
I would be shocked if he hasn't.
If it's Kasumi, I would think he thinks it's already amazing.
Yep,
even without hearing it,
Yeah.
yes, best girl is here, therefore it's good.
mood
No lie in
honestly.
that. I haven't heard Yola's song. It's in 4 months, but I already know it's amazing.
Yup.
But that's just like one way to do music, right? Is like have it actually be in the story, have it be sang by the characters, and in an ideal scenario, the lyrics are something either in theme for the story or something the characters
Related
can
to.
like react to, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, someone else fucking tangent. I'm
Dice is out of gas. Everybody else speak.
All right, let's go.
Nico.
No,
someone,
Nice.
someone talk about Mia and Lanzu.
I don't know like anything about them really. I
I
haven't
know
played the newest
very little.
Good
chapter.
talk.
Hmm.
Yeah, amazing.
All I
I-
know is that everybody really likes that new song, and I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
Queendom?
I
English
don't know
one?
the hype for that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we
English?
talking about the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Mia
yeah,
Yeah, the
one?
Mia
or-
song, the
the-
Mia song.
Yeah.
It sounds like High
Oh,
School
that one.
Musical.
I was gonna say I really didn't like it. You heard people were hyped for it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
People liked it a lot, you know.
I-
That's the thing.
I thought it was good.
I thought it
Dude,
was
I'm
meh.
like on a completely different page. I thought it was cringe as hell.
Oh.
yeah, I'm with Dice.
Bruh.
God, I feel like I'm. I
I
feel
mean,
like I'm
hey,
the middleman
listen,
here.
if
I'm
y'all
the
like
decider.
it, go for it. Don't let me cramp your style, you know.
I'll be honest. Hearing it, that sounds like a High School Musical song. Ain't doing it for me. But I love my boy Troy Bolton. But like, ugh.
Is,
I
I
don't
mean, I'm-
remember half of that.
is there
I'm
anything
kinda,
else
like-
you guys want to
It's
talk?
kind of cool that they're trying something new.
That is true. I appreciate
Yeah,
Gotta
that.
it
give
is
it
nice,
credit
yeah.
for that.
I do like when Love Live pushes the envelope as well with like a lot of the Aqua songs that come out as well, like now recently. Like they're all different genre sounding and like some are slow, some are fast.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
commend them for
it's
that.
kind of a funny thing in like reflection with Muse, right? Is that like, well, they had like some different songs though. It didn't stray too far, but like they had like different instruments and stuff.
They were new as well. Like they weren't as ambitious back then.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about when it comes to the topic of music and writing?
No, yeah,
Nah, I think we all said our pieces.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'd say so. And then we already went on the Star Wars tangent.
Yeah, it's true. This
All
podcast
right.
has been weirdly intertwined together.
Do we want to
Yeah.
talk about the next topic? Do y'all
What is the
remember
next
what the next
topic?
topic was?
Fallen, our leader.
It starts with an A, and it ends with U, waifus.
Ayamu.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow. What about that? Yeah, to be honest, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Because I really have no idea. Yes.
Anime.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. I
Who's
said
that?
Ayamu, and I thought everybody took that seriously.
I thought you were just trying to say anime in a funny accent.
No.
Aimu. Aimu
I
sounds like
thought
a
you said-
waifu name.
I thought you said A and ends with U, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
I
thought
said-
it ends with a U.
Talk about
I
That's why
said
thought-
it starts with an A and ends with a waifu.
listen, I listen to headphones like all day, every day. My hearing is going to be gone by the time I'm like
Oh,
28.
God.
So,
That sounds not good. Don't do that.
you get bored working a 5-hour night job. You know, you got to listen to
You
something.
only got 5. Dude, I have to do 8 hours. Screw off.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. I wish I had that life.
no customers, man. It's super chill.
Hmm. But okay.
But yes, anime. Yes, we were gonna mention. We were gonna
Waifus.
talk briefly about stuff we were watching, right?
Hollow Live.
Oh.
Yeah, Hollow Live.
I've heard so
Everybody's
much
on that.
about that.
I don't want to talk about Hollow Live.
What the hell?
Like,
Are they YouTubers?
They're
Like
VTubers. They're
VTubers?
like
They're VTubers.
they're like
YouTubers.
streamers mostly, from what I've seen.
My friend's super into that, but I
Yeah,
don't
you know,
honestly find the appeal.
Who is it? Is it Soggy who's like really into it?
Moon is too.
Oh, Moon is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
with
maybe I just
Lid.
don't watch YouTubers.
I don't get it. Maybe I'm just like a boomer, but like it just seems like a weird way to watch a YouTuber.
I
Yeah.
would say in my head I've like very much treated them as YouTubers. I watch like them on occasion. It's just like it's YouTubers but anime, right?
Yeah.
And
Is that not what that
Maybe I don't
is?
watch.
well,
It pretty much is
the
that.
culture around it is very weird. In that is really they really don't aren't treated like YouTubers. They're really treated like anime girls when it comes to like fan art and especially not safe for work art, which was super weird for me seeing it the first
Yahoo!
time. Well, okay, so like when you watch a YouTuber, are you ever thinking like, oh man, I want to see, the PewDiePie hentai? I can't wait to check out the
Excuse me,
World
what?
34 on this.
Let's not tread into like Dreamspan territory.
What the hell
So
did I just
funny.
hear, man?
So everyone here is very clearly of the mindset of like, yeah, I don't want to see freaking YouTuber hentai, right?
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. PewDiePie's got me feeling some kind of way.
Oh,
He's a good-looking dude.
Mm. But my point is like the Hollow Life community is very interesting in that it really doesn't feel like they treat the girls as streamers and YouTubers. It really feels like they treat them as anime girls, right? And obviously, right, like with these channels, you have like a little bit of roleplay going on, right? And I mean, like the models
Sometimes a
are,
lot of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the models are obviously like going to be anime girls. So like the majority of the time you're watching them, you're seeing like the character, not the person behind it per se.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing with them is that they're also kind of like idols in a way. I think they sing as well.
some of them.
Many of
say.
them do
That
sing.
type of stuff.
This is
Ooh.
true.
Multi-talented.
I suppose that kind of was what they're doing to set themselves apart from just like normal like Let's Play YouTubers. I guess.
I would assume the
Yeah.
anime girl avatar was enough to set you apart.
I guess so.
Oh, now everybody wants to be it. I see it like everywhere.
Yeah, on Twitch too sometimes.
True.
I will say
Yeah.
some of these girls that like are anime YouTubers. I say some of them. I really mean only one, and it's the one I watch the most, which does not help my point. But there's this girl Calliope, right?
Oh, is it the
Oh.
Maui Calliope?
She's the big boobed one. If you ever see fan art, she's the Reaper who's like big boobs.
Oh, yeah. She's been on the Trash Taste podcast.
Very, very popular. Her like most viewed song is like 11 million views,
Jeez.
and I think she's got a million, which is not the most. I think Corona is the most with like 3 million or something.
Oh, really?
But the reason I bring her up is because like it really doesn't feel like she's comfortable when she's recording. She's always like stuttering and like having to like repeat herself, sort of. I don't know how to describe it, but like if you watch her stream, you get the feeling that like she's a little bit awkward. And like, hey, fair enough, right? If you're an awkward person, it's gonna come through on your streams.
Well, it's easy to forget too that they're people.
Yeah.
Underneath the avatars, right?
Yeah. Where it like bothered me was that it really felt like this is not the kind of person who should be having a million subscribers, if that makes sense.
Dice is just jelly.
I am. Like I'm super
wants to be a
awkward. You should
VTuber.
give me a freaking million. No, but like
Dias, be a VTuber and make Dia your avatar.
And then you
I'd
get
subscribe.
in my opinion, if you have like a certain amount of like subscribers, you should be like at least presentable, right? You should be able to like talk and
Shame her.
I am. I'm just going off, dude. But it like
So fucked up.
I don't know. There's something like really bad feeling, and I think like part of it is just because like I know like she was picked by a company and like turned into this success. And like to be fair, right? Like people are watching her for her. It's not like the company made people watch her, right?
Right. We need to like it's like that. It's all in the presentation, right? You know.
Yeah. But like I just like when I watch her, I feel like she's not ready to be a big YouTube star, and she's sort of like being pushed into this role. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
If you guys ever watch a Calliope stream, you can tell me like, "Hey, yeah, I see what you're saying," or "Nah, I think she's fine." Right? It's like
Yeah, I
maybe
got
a topic
nothing,
for
man.
another time.
I might like
Yeah.
watch one of her streams someday.
She did
I got-
I don't
I
even
got
watch
nothing on
YouTubers in
VTubers.
general.
She had a
Yeah.
really funny stream with Corone, like a collab stream for Keep Docking and Nobody Explodes. it's
Oh,
probably
yeah, I
one of
watched
the-
that video. I watched that video.
It's really good. At
Yeah,
least
it's really funny.
it was really funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. I like that.
So if you want a place to start, there you go. That wasn't what we were supposed to
we
talk
could link
about.
that probably. I don't know. You said anime, and then you're like, all right, so VTubers, guys.
We got
Yeah, they just
we got a little
went to that.
distracted, and by we I mean I. Hello, my name is Dias.
We just need to turn you into a VTuber, and your VTuber avatar can be Dia, and it's basically just Dia but with like red hair. It'll be
God.
What the
copyright
fuck?
proof.
Original
Oh
character,
my
do
God.
not steal.
I
Yeah.
have to like dig up an OC or something and do.
It's just Dia with short hair. That's my OC,
I'll-
guys.
I mean, I've seen
that'd
I've
be
seen
nice.
someone that used like literally just Mari as their fucking
Their VTuber avatar.
when they stream.
I think
Yeah, you
it's
gotta
like
link.
It's
or-
literally just Mari.
I think like
I don't
people
have a
use their
link,
like
but
VR
someone showed
chat
it to me.
avatars for it somehow. I don't know how. Like that's
Max, are you sure that wasn't just me?
Oh
Because it
god.
might have been me.
Might have been you, honestly. Like, I don't know what you would do in your spare time.
Yeah, I don't think my voice is girly enough for that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are like male VTubers. I don't know. I haven't seen
There
any
are.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got
there.
male avatars though.
I got
Really?
curious one night I was like I wonder if any VTubers played like New Vegas or something.
Mhm.
And I had found like one like male
Dude,
VTuber playing it.
freaking one of the VTuber girls played Mario Sunshine, and I was like, damn. If I was like at all interested in VTubers
Pog.
at that point, I would have watched that.
I'll watch for the
what
Mario
was it?
Sunshine, dude.
Was it a Hololive?
Yeah, that was a good
It was a
game.
Hololive
VTuber,
girl,
or was
yeah.
it- Okay, because I was thinking of a different one.
I don't know all the Hololive girls, so I can't
All I
like,
know is
tell you
that-
which one.
All I know is that Coronate played Sonic 1 and 2.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
No,
How many
apparently,
girls are in
like,
Hololive?
It's a lot.
A lot.
It's like pretty
There's like
much
an
all girls.
English version and a Japanese
Yeah, so
version.
there's like Hololive and.
There's an Indonesian version, I think, as well.
Oh,
God, really?
That's cool.
There
expanding.
was, I think there was a Chinese one as well, but there was a bit of like controversy with that.
Where's
That's
the Canadian
unfortunate.
one?
I
I don't
mean,
know,
I
you
feel like
should,
Canadian would just be
should watch
Hololive
that.
N, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Or the Spanish one then?
Yeah, right.
Don't
We
worry,
need some
I'll
more
do it.
worldwide
Dude,
representation.
This is something that's happened a few times where, like, I think Plas commented on it after after the second episode. We spent a lot of time talking about things that we don't know stuff about,
Yeah, no kidding.
and part of that
feel
is obviously
Bad
me,
for
like,
Plazor.
stuffing stuff that I'm like interested in, right? But like,
Hmm.
it's probably not a good idea to try and speculate because who knows? Maybe there is a Spanish audience and we just don't know about it, right?
No. We're not talking about Spanish audience. We're talking about like Spanish VTubers specifically.
I'm sorry, I meant Spanish VTubers, but
Yeah, there might be. Who knows?
I'm just
But, you
farting
know.
so
But
hard, dude.
As far as Hololive goes, I don't think they have like an official branch.
Yeah, we're not Galaxy Brain either. Like we can't know everything all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just dummies.
We're just
writing
dudes, as
stuff.
Rob said at
Yeah.
the beginning of the podcast. We're just dudes, and
No,
also.
Rob was speaking for himself. I'm perfect.
What the
So
heck?
you're saying
Typical Dia stan.
I am a Diet Stan.
you're the utmost of perfection.
It is
and we
part of
love
my
you for it.
personality that I'm a Diet Stan.
All right,
Wow.
is that it then? Or are we?
No,
Have
we should
exhausted
actually talk about
ourselves?
the topic.
Oh, anime.
We
Yeah.
should actually talk about what anime we
Oh, well, we were watching.
yeah, that was the
Dice, I
topic.
hate you so much. I hate you.
Listen, I brought up the Hololive. I didn't turn it into a conversation, okay? Someone else did, and then I continued it.
Yeah, we're too we gel with what you say too much. That's the problem. We just need to tell you to fuck
You're
off
s-
sometimes.
You should have like a limiter of like how many tangents Dias can go on in one podcast.
Nice. That'd be funny. Like we should just edit that in a little
have, like,
little
a
number
counter.
in the bottom right hand corner. Dias tangent count.
All right, he's talked about biases 3 times. He's talked about Bang Dream
Hololive
2
1 time.
times.
No, there's been no Bang
But,
Dream this podcast.
Not yet.
Oh.
Don't worry.
There's still time.
It's coming.
Yeah,
Anime though.
Dude.
Yeah, when Dias we're talking about anime and then Dias tells us he's rewatching Bang Dream.
Dude, we're talking about music. Bendori has some sad songs.
Oh.
Oh.
So Lid, you mentioned when we were talking earlier that you were watching Attack on Titan. How is the new
Yeah.
season? I haven't started it yet.
I'm actually starting like right from the beginning because like my best friend, she'd never watched it and I'd only watched the first season. So we rewatched it and right now it's getting exciting. But like I've seen so many spoilers already, so
Ah,
I practically know it now.
Oh god.
But it's fun. I like it. It's getting
Is
intense.
Attack on Titan's one of these series that's like had a light novel and had a manga and
Yep.
you have all these adaptations.
Yeah.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
manga is way ahead of the anime,
Oh god,
so
I
there's
hate
spoilers
that,
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, I try not to look at it.
man, I'll tell you, I'll say this, Lid. Season 3 is like wild. It
Oh my god, season 2's already wild for me.
Oh yeah, it gets nuts in season 3. Like you think season 2 is
Oh.
crazy, season 3 is like a whole nother level.
Oh god, I
It blew
I'm
me
gonna
away.
mentally prepare.
I think I'm only up to season 3 on Attack on Titan. I haven't caught up.
So what you're saying
Yeah, 4 is
is
just airing now, I think, right? So season 3 is the most recent.
Cool.
God,
But man,
not prepared.
animation wise and like story wise, it's like some even with spoilers, some of the stuff you like won't believe when you see it.
I was gonna ask, is Sasha still alive by the third season?
Oh god. Wait, no, we can't.
No,
we
no, no,
gotta
don't spoil it here. No, 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 no.
Don't.
send a DM.
That's
Whatever
not
you
really
do.
a spoiler though, is it?
I haven't watched any Attack on Titans. I don't know shit.
Nah,
Okay.
Sasha's unimportant enough that I think I can spoil that. Yeah, no, she is definitely alive in season 3 still. And at the end
Okay,
of season
that's-
3, yeah.
Okay, thank God. I'd love her so much. I can't handle
Rest
that.
easy on that.
Yep.
Yes,
Ooh.
the minor character that we all love.
The side
Yeah,
characters.
she really stole my heart. Love her.
This is the best part of like being in a fandom is like being really attached to random ass side characters. That's not something
Yeah,
you
right.
Yeah,
get
it's like
when
they
you-
do nothing, but like they have me like at the edge of my seat
Yeah.
waiting for their screen time.
Yeah,
Dude,
honestly.
we should have a whole podcast about like things that being in a fandom does to your perspective on a show. I think there's a lot of side characters that like I only really liked when I started like entering fandoms and things.
That could be
Yeah,
like a
that
whole
could
question
happen.
on its own, right?
Yeah, like how has like fandom affected your like how you perceive or
Yeah.
how you enjoy certain things. We can come up with like 6 questions out of that, I'm sure.
Sure, definitely. No, back on Attack on Titan though, I feel that though, and then the real issue is you get attached to the side characters and then they just murder them 2 episodes later.
Oh no.
Yeah, that'd be with Marco.
That's pretty.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
That's
a spoiler.
pretty like common in like the first season.
Oh, spoiler.
Oh, yeah, that is a spoiler. Shit, this
Oh,
is
damn.
this is a
I'm
spoiler
sorry.
minefield right now though. So we should have put a warning. We can put like a warning on screen or something in the video
It's
version.
too late. You've done it.
It's too late.
You've
Yeah.
robbed us.
Well, either way,
Um,
emotionally still
I see why
hurt.
you hate me now, Supreme. Holy fuck.
why is that-
What the hell?
Oh, I'm looking at
Um,
the time.
What do you mean? We've been going for an hour 15. We're good.
Didn't we used to do
um,
like an hour 15?
You edit stuff out, and the intro was like 10 minutes, so it's fine.
God damn.
But yeah, I can't remember her name. She was one of the like I guess Lid hasn't seen this far, so I guess I can't really talk about this. There was a side character. She was with a squad that Levi was with, like later on in season 2, and I'm like, oh, she's so cool, she's so cute, I like her. And then
Oh.
bam, yeah, I think you know who I'm talking about, Rob. I don't remember her name.
Yep.
And then bam, just murdered, and I'm like, oh man, why does this show do this to me? But anyway, what have the other people been watching?
Well, like me and the boys, because sometimes we like to just like go on like Discord and live stream like something to watch. There's this anime that I watched like a while ago. It's called Ranma One Half.
Oh
So-
my god.
Please, do you actually know what it is?
Yes, I've seen it.
Thank God bless. Sometimes I feel I'm like the only one that knows what that is. But
Dude.
anyway, Like Ranma one half is like about this like martial artist named Ranma who has like this curse where like
Yeah.
if cold water touches him, he
It
turns
turns
into a
into
girl.
a boy or a girl,
Oh
depending.
yeah, this was the show me and Lid were talking about the other day.
It's an older
Yeah.
show,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I've heard of this.
It's pretty old. Like it's made by the same creators Inuyasha.
Original run 1989 to 92.
Wow.
Yeah,
I had
they
heard about
apparently
this, and it like people swear by that this is like one of the greatest shows, and that every anime fan must watch it.
Yep.
And I'm
It
like,
is
There's such
really
a
I
lie.
good.
look at the description, and I look at the intro episode, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to watch
It's such
this.
a lie.
Yeah, like it is not that good. Don't let them lie to you like that, Dias.
Okay, so why is this
There's, like,
show bad?
Yeah,
I don't think
wanna
it's that
hear it.
good.
I want to hear it.
I don't think it's good based on like just like the whole love triangle thing or whatever they got going on. It reminds me too much of Inuyasha, and I know it's created by the same person, but it's just like literally a copy paste kind of stuff.
From
And I don't like
what
it.
I saw from like reviews, and specifically, I think there was like a video on it by Mother's Basement. Like, the whole love triangle thing is like why people like it, because there's no investment in the love triangles themselves. It's more so the
like, I wanna
wacky
say-
scenario of them being
No.
in love triangles.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Actually, like it's not really meant to be taken seriously. Like it's just kind of like there for your entertainment.
Yeah.
Not my kind of entertainment. I don't know. When I was younger, I liked it. Like I was really into it.
I
but
should clarify.
older now, and I look
I
back,
have not
like it
watched
sucks.
the show, so I cannot make comment. That
Yes,
was
Dias,
just,
get out of here.
that is the
Get the hell outta
reception
here.
that I saw. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't advise you just watching it like, straight up. It's like 160 episodes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's how you
did
know
not
you got
know
a
it was that
successful
long.
show.
I've watched it like dubbed in English and Spanish all the way through.
Dude, that's got to be like the 4 Kids classic though. I feel like a lot of those old shows just went on forever.
That it is definitely not a 4 Kids classic. There's a lot of titties.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I meant in terms
Oh
of
my god.
like there's stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh that just has like 100 seasons, and like most of them don't really have like a good reason to exist.
Oh yeah, like the filler and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah, I've
like,
heard that this show is like amazing from everybody, but I've also heard that it's like a big piece of shit from like the other half of the everybody that I know.
oh no.
So I guess
it
I'm conflicted.
depends because I like to think it's like a very turn your brain off type of like anime.
Yeah, just like watch it when you're eating food, and you can get by it pretty fast.
Ah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I assumed when you said that, Lid, that was because you'd seen it like a million times. I didn't know that it was because it was like not great, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's funny.
All right, we got 2 down, 3 to go. Who wants to go up next with their animes?
Fallen?
I've watched nothing. I'm very busy with school. I'm very, very busy with school.
That's a good point, actually. We mentioned that last week, that Fallen's like can't write because of school, can't watch anime because of school.
I feel
Can't
like
live because of school.
can't watch anime because of school.
It's a dark timeline that you live in, Fallen.
Well, more so like you're not supposed. Like I feel like that's just like your priorities are a little bit off then.
Yeah, because
It's like-
I need to start on my studies because my results are not that good, and I'm not I'm not an IQ 100 guy, so I need to start hitting the books like a madman.
Well, what do you do when you're not studying though? Do you just like watch YouTube or?
It depends on whether I'm tired or not. If I'm not tired, I'll write a story. If I'm tired, I'll just watch a video or I'll just go to sleep.
Well, like I know what it's like to be in that situation. I wouldn't write a story in that. Like, I mean, I don't know how strenuous you
straight to
find
bed.
writing, but like, I wouldn't write a story if I was like really stressed out about essays or
Yeah,
something.
true. That's right.
It's hard, man. Bed soft as well.
Bed
Bed
soft
Can't
soft.
indeed.
underestimate that.
That's
Sleep
soft.
under 5 minutes.
Oh my god, how many times did I say that actually?
Bed soft.
Writing hard, bed soft. Dude,
Listen,
I need to
it's a
bring that
factual
back.
statement.
It's-
That should
was
be your
such a good-
unofficial slogan.
Or official.
I remember Rob
Actually,
one day
yeah.
you were like, "Hey, we should like make a bot of like all the random things that I say," and I was like,
You say
"I don't
things
even
very
know.
like repeatedly, so I'm just like.
I don't
you
even
make,
know
a
like what
perfect
would go
candidate
in
for
the
a
bot. I know oh no, and that's like
Nice. Nice would be another
Nice.
one.
Nice. Yeah.
nice is like not a real
Many good
thing.
girls.
Many
Oh,
good
yeah.
girls.
Rin Maki.
That's definitely the Art Channel classic, Rob, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
when
that's a
he
good one.
can't reply to like every single one. He just says that.
Yep. This has suddenly become a
Good
Dias
girl would pat.
call out post. Yeah, Good Girl Would Pat is another
Uh,
classic.
Unironically, that'd be super funny though.
I would like that. As for me, I haven't really been. I've been prioritizing writing more than I have been watching. Also, watching YouTube is a crippling addiction.
Yeah.
Oh.
Understandable.
But I've the two shows that I currently have ongoing were I finally started ReZero season 2.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I think I might need to rewatch season 1 because I'm pretty sure it's been about 3 years and I barely remember that show.
The only thing I know about ReZero is that it is a trip to
It is
go
a trip, dude. If you've never seen it, the first like 4 episodes will be like, what the fuck is happening?
I think I tried watching it and I was just really confused.
It's pretty confusing for like the first. Like I know everybody I've tried showing it to, they watch the first 3 episodes and they're like, "Do they ever explain what the fuck is happening, really?" And I'm like, just give it time. And after like episode 4, it gets really good because it's really slow the first 3 episodes.
How much do you like hearing that when you're watching anime and you're not like into it? You're like, oh, just give it time. It gets good. It gets good.
Isn't that like the classic, right?
The One
yeah.
Piece fans.
Oh god.
Oh my god. You know the anime is still running.
No.
It is.
The thing about One Piece is that like it starts out really good and then it like dulls.
Give it
Like,
100
slows
episodes,
down.
bro, I swear.
It's
real hard.
900 episodes, man. It's 900 plus already.
Yeah.
Dude, past episode 120, it gets so good, man. I swear. The other show I've been watching though is, and I've been waiting for it to finish, and it's finally done, so I finally need to finish watching it. It's it's like a romance show. It's called Adachi and Shimamura.
Ah.
Yeah, I've been watching that show. I think Lids mentioned it on a very early podcast.
Yeah,
started
I
watching
remember this.
And I got caught up to episode 4, and I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to wait week to week. I'm just going to wait for the whole show to come out.
It looked
And-
real cute, but like you, I was like, oh, I don't want to invest time in it right now.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good. The last episode I watched was the one where she goes over to her house. Like, she invites her over to her house.
No,
Oh, man.
dude, I've
Spoilers.
gotta,
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm
I
going to say.
gotta
but
watch
it's
this
so
as
good.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta watch
I
this
like
too.
quit like where I'm at.
You
I
quit?
quit. I think I'm a little bit ahead of Supreme, but like I only quit mine because I was just like, you know what? They're not kissing it. I don't care about this anymore.
They're not kissing. What's the point?
Yeah, like that's the only reason I'm here.
You're like pounding your desk, like, come on.
That's when you load up the
Yeah.
AO3 and you check. Okay, what tags are here?
Yeah, kissing
Yeah.
tag.
Do you guys do that? Like whenever you finish like a series, an anime, or whatever it is, like you just go online and
100%.
check.
Yup.
I do that
I've been
every
really
time.
into it.
On occasion, I've like been like, oh, there's nothing here. Time to write a story for it. I
Let's
did that
fix
for I did that for Hitori Bochi. And I did that for a mobile game called Guitar Girl. And it's
You kind of did that
Oh,
for,
Guitar Girl. Yeah.
yeah, Guitar Girl's a good game.
Yeah, it's a
Funny
good
is
game.
that when you recommended me that, Dias, it showed up on my Play Store.
Hell yeah, dude! It got rated like #1 casual game or something.
Google DeepMind's coming
Yeah.
for you.
What were you saying, Supreme?
I was gonna say you kind of did that for My Life as a Villainess too. I know it has a bit of a bigger
Ah.
fandom, but I remember you said
No,
you
no,
watched
no.
that and like the first thing you thought was like time to write.
Well, cause like that show like just like really hit me. Like you guys have this right where it's like you don't go watch anime for a while and then you come back to anime and a
And you
show
binge
just
it.
like sucks you in, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I binge it just primarily because I don't like just watching it in like bursts. If I'm gonna watch a series, I'm just gonna watch it all the way through.
Yeah, and like I'm like that as well, where I don't really watch things in burst. My Life as a Villainess was on episode I want to say 6 when I started watching it, of like a 12 episode. I loved it so much. Like I got into the Discord and I started, talking with like other fic writers, and I like had ideas for stories myself, right? And eventually it was like, well, I don't want to start writing until I know where this is going. So I pulled up the manga and like saw where it was going, right?
Hmm.
Like I was like so sucked into that show, and it was almost like, well, I have to write something for it, right? Because like I'm
If
in the
I
community
was
and all that.
writing at the time, I feel like Little Witch Academia would have done that to me too.
Ah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one. That's a good
Because
one.
that show was awesome. I remember like not being able to stop watching that show after I watched like the first episode. I had to watch the whole thing. I wasn't writing at the time. This was like 2018, but
Mm.
man, oh man,
Well, hey, you know what? We you got time.
it's true. And it's current year, man.
It's
Time to
current
expand
year.
past Love
We're
Live.
still all trapped inside, you know.
Hmm. For now, anyway. God, please lift restrictions
Dude,
soon.
uh, My Life as a Villainous, by the way, is getting a season 2, and it like from what I've seen from it, it's like a little worrying. I'm
They
like,
kill the characters.
no, 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 no. Well, no, but they do some changes, and it's like I'm a little scared about what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
All right, we've been going for an hour and a half. What's the vibe, boys and girls?
Anime sucks.
Yay.
Wow. Yeah.
Watch Attack on Titan. Watch ReZero. Watch
Or don't.
cute
No,
romance
none of
animes.
us are
Or
forcing
don't.
you.
Yeah, don't let us tell you what
There's
to
no
do.
Kasumi with a gun behind you.
Watch Sonic X.
Watch Sonic X, the greatest
Actually,
anime of
just
all
watch
time.
Sonic X, dude.
Did you watch it?
Fallen, have you watched Sonic
before
X?
Kids Done?
Nope.
You fucking better.
Oh,
Get
I'm
out
gonna
there,
force
dude.
you to on my
Yeah.
server.
Yeah, we'll have to binge that.
What's even the point of a degree if you don't understand Sonic X?
Yeah, school second, Sonic X first.
I do want to watch it with like a group, but like Japanese,
Oh yeah.
not like the shitty English dub.
Isn't
I mean,
Sonic
we
X
we have a server. We can watch it.
I mean, it's whenever y'all are down for it. I'm good.
We can plan that. We should probably end the podcast at some point, though.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, it's
everybody's
dragging
gonna
on.
look at this hour and a half monster and be like, "God damn,
Yeah,
what the hell could they possibly be talking about?"
Oh no, what did Dias do?
I mean,
Yeah,
before
pretty much.
before we end this, I thought because I know Sonic X only because of a meme.
Mm-hmm.
It was the theme song.
That's pretty much the entirety of the Sonic franchise's reputation.
It's a meme. A meme and the Sonic X theme song. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the theme song. But yeah, the
Yeah.
memes are pretty good.
Rob, do you have any final statements for our listeners?
Go follow me on Twitter at MexNico.
Sweet. Good plug.
Love the shameless promo.
I respect that.
All 4 people who watch this are gonna head over, dude.
Me included.
Hey, that's 4 more followers.
It's true.
Hell yeah. Look at this year's.
I want follow and follow again.
Slowly but surely, you'll rise in the Twitter search engine.
Alright, so thank you for
All right,
listening
it's
to the
done.
podcast.
Everyone stopped, right?
Yep.
None of you are recording. Swear to God, if you're recording, I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
Wait, no, wait, let Fallen do the outro.
Yeah, because I haven't done the outro.
Oh,
Are,
Yeah.
are we skipping that or what?
oh shit.
stopped my recording.
Never mind.
Oh, god
Only
damn it.
Fallen
You
has
just-
to
you just-
do
you
it.
just need my,
Technically,
you
yeah,
just need my
only
recording. No,
Fallen
no, no,
has
no.
to have his.
You just need
Okay,
my
okay, okay,
recording, that's
okay.
all.
Yeah, Fallen, just say something and then I can crop it in at the end there.
Yeah, alright. Thank you for listening and goodbye.